Courtney here for the next part of the January 2024 Crochet Along of the Crossing in Winter set. For the first part, we made a lovely squishy cowl, and now we're moving on to the ear warmer. And honestly, the ear warmer is just like a tiny version of the cowl, or you could think of it as a baby cowl, except for it fits on the top of your head instead of around your neck. So we're going to start out in the same manner of doing foundation single crochet in the round. We're going to do a few rows of our lovely treble cross stitch and then finishing with a single crochet. So grab your yarn and your hook and let's get started. All right, so I decided to skip a step. You didn't need to watch me make some more foundation single crochet, did you? I hope you did not, because it's just like the cowl. You're going to make the number listed within the pattern for the size that you're making, which is either a child, teen, adult small, or adult large. And just as before, you're going to have one less than the total number listed, which means an odd number, so that you can join to the first one. So you're going to pull up a loop just like you would do another foundation single crochet. Insert your hook into the base of the very first one. Pull the loop through that base and one loop on the hook. Now yarn over and pull through two. And there you have it. You have now joined foundation single crochet in the round. So we are now going to have fun by starting the faux cables starting with a chainless starting double crochet. You're going to skip 2. You're going to make your first right leaning treble cross. By making a treble into the next 2 stitches, leaning, there you go. Now you're going to make a treble into each of the skipped stitches working behind, and that's what makes it lean to the right. First one done, now make your second right leaning treble cross. Again, for right leaning, you will work behind the stitches that you just made. All right, you have 2. Now double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So after making the double crochet, we're going to now make a left leaning treble cross. I will say one downside to single ply yarn, especially using something with a wool like this, is that it can be grabby, meaning that the fibers, since they're so loosely twisted, right, the little halo, it can stick together. So you will work in front of the stitches you just made to make it left leaning. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches in order to make the second left leaning treble cross. Oops. Now make double crochet into the next 2 stitches, just like so. And now we're going to continue in the round, around, and you will double crochet in the last stitch and then slip stitch. So you will make a right leaning treble cross, 2 double crochet, 2 right leaning, followed by 2 double crochet, then 2 left leaning, and then 2 double crochet. So continue in pattern around until you get to the last stitch, where you will then make a double crochet and slip stitch to join. So we have completed round 2 of the ear warmer, and double check how many double crochets and cross stitches. And again, it might be a little different if the multiple of 10 is odd versus even. So if that is the case, now when you turn, rather than starting with a right leaning, it's going to be a left leaning. Again, start with a chainless starting double crochet or your preferred method. Make a treble into the next 2, in the 3rd and 4th stitch, because we skipped the next 2. So not 3rd and 4th, 4th and 5th, because we skipped these 2. Now we're going to work in front of those in order to make the next 2 treble. And now make another right leaning. So skip the next 2 stitches. Now work in front of. Like I said, this is sticky yarn. And now double crochet into the next 2. And now you will make, and again, refer to the pattern, because if you have an odd number if the multiple of 10 is odd, like 3, 5, 7, 9, you'll start the opposite each round. So you'll start with a left leaning, a right leaning, then a left leaning in that way. But make sure you are following the direction of the treble stitches to know which one to make, as well as referring to the pattern. So now we shall make right leaning cross, treble cross stitches, 2 of those followed by 2 double crochet. And then you will continue to alternate between left and right all the way around. Make a double crochet in the last stitch to join. And then continue in that pattern of turning your work until you have the desired width for your ear warmer, or as how it's written within the pattern for the size that you are making. Don't forget to double crochet into the last stitch and then slip stitch to join and turn your work. And then repeat round 2 until you have the desired width, and then finish off with a single crochet round. You'll turn your work chain 1, and then just single crochet in each stitch around, and then fasten off after joining. And that's all there is to the Crossing into Winter ear warmer. So come back for part 3, where we're going to make the fingerless gloves. Now with those, the instructions are different. It's left and right in order to have the cable line up in the thumb hole. So I hope to see you soon. Keep stitching.